أذن لدعائك. This one who has in his hands the treasures of the dunya, of the akhirah, of this world, of the next world, has allowed you to supplicate to him. وَتَكَفَّلَ لِإِجَابَتِكَ, and has guaranteed, has taken on himself to respond to your prayer. Not only allowed you to beg from him, promised you that he will respond, guaranteed response and answering your prayer. وَأَمَرَكَ أَن تَسْأَلَهُ لِيُعْطِيَكَ وَهُوَ رَحِيمٌ كَرِيمٌ. And he has in his hands everything. Second, he allowed you to beg him. Thirdly, he guaranteed response to this supplication. Now he's commanding you, ordering you, beg from me and I will give you. Ask me and I will give you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Rahim, merciful. Allah is Kareem, generous. He's ordered you to beg from him. Not only this much, Imam alayhi salam continues, ثُمَّ جَعَلَ فِي يَدِكَ مَفَاتِيحَ خَزَائِنِهِ بِمَا أَذِنَ فِيهِ مِنْ مَسْأَلَتِهِ. Not only this much, now these khaza'in, these treasures of the dunya and the akhirah, the keys of them are where? He's put them in your hands. Why? He allowed you to beg to him whenever you want. فَمَتَى شِئْتَ اسْتَفْتَحْتَ بِالدُّعَاءِ أَبْوَابَ خَزَائِنِهِ. So now whenever you want, the keys are in your hands. Night, day, on the way to work, at work, in the car, on the train, on the bus. You have the keys in your hands. Whenever you want to open and take the treasures. Imagine, I don't know how many people here work in banks, but imagine you're just the clerk at the bank. The bank manager comes with the keys of the safe and puts it in your hands. Whenever you want on your coffee break or whilst you're working, you just go and take whatever from the safe you want, the safe of the bank, in your hands. Imagine the feeling inside us that would come if we had these keys in our hands. Keys to a bank safe. This is not a bank safe. This is khaza'in malakut dunya wal akhirah. Keys are in your hands. Yet we don't pay attention to these keys. If those keys were in front of us in our hands, we'd become very happy and use them straight away. But these keys which hold the treasures, that open the doors of the treasures of the dunya and akhirah, we are less observant of. Sometimes we're less observant of these keys and we pay less attention to these keys because we think, I can beg him, but maybe he won't give me, even if I beg him. Na'udhu billah. What kind of Allah do you believe in? What kind of Lord do you have that you beg him and he doesn't give you? I don't have such a Lord. What kind of Lord do we believe in if we think that even despite begging him, he won't give us? As Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam says, مَا كَانَ اللَّهُ لِيَفْتَحْ لِعَبْدٍ دُعَاء فَيُغْلَقَ عَنْهُ بَابَ الْإِجَابَةِ. Allah is not as such, where he allows you, he opens the door for you to beg, but the ijabah, the response to this dua, he closes the door. Allah is not as such. What kind of opinion do you have of Allah? Allahu akramu min dhalik. Allah is more generous than this. Allah is more noble than this. As he will allow you to beg, but he is not going to give you, he's not going to respond to your prayer. No. We don't have such an opinion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahu akramu min dhalik. And on this note, a man came to Imam Reza alayhi salam once and told him, Imam, I've been asking for dua, but there's some delay in the answer of this dua. Now something is entering my heart now, some doubt. Will Allah answer me or he won't answer me? Imam asked him, if I tell you I'll give you something, me as Imam, Ma'soom, member of the Ahlul Bayt, if I tell you I'll give you something, would you believe me? Would you rely on my word? The person replies, جُعِلْتُ فِدَاكَ. May I be your sacrifice? وَإِذَا لَمْ أَثِقْ بِقَوْلِكَ فَبِمَنْ أَثِقْ. If I'm not going to rely on your word, being the Imam, being the Ma'soom, being my Imam, if I'm not going to rely on your word, then who am I going to rely on? Imam replies to him, فَكُنْ بِاللَّهِ أَوْثَقْ. then be more reliant on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imam, being Imam, but he's a human being. فَكُمْ بِاللَّهِ أَوْثَقْ. Be more reliant on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. أَلَيْسَ اللَّهُ تَبَارَكَ وَتَعَالَى يَقُولُ. Did he not say in his holy book, إِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِي إِذَا دَعَانِ. Did he not tell you that when my slaves ask you of me, I am very close, very near. I respond to the supplication of the supplicant when he calls to me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised. فَكُنْ بِاللَّهِ أَوْثَقْ. Be more reliant on what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. Not only this ayah in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promises, وَقَالَ رَبُّكُمُ ادْعُونِي أَسْتَجِبْ لَكُمْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Ghafari, that your Lord tells you, beg from me, I will give you. Allah, promise upon promise. But we don't believe in such an Allah. We have doubts on this Lord. But maybe we think that we ask Allah for, if I wanted a car, I would ask Him. If I wanted a house, I would ask Him. If I wanted children, I would turn to Him. But these little things, like setting up this projector, I ask Imad, I don't ask Allah. These are little things, petty things. I'm not supposed to ask Allah about these things. Or helping set up this or that. Or helping me to get to work in the morning. The bus will take me. I can walk that much by myself. For that I don't need to ask Allah. But Imam Baqir alayhi salam says, لا تحقروا صغيرا من حوائجكم. Don't underestimate even the little need that you have. فَإِنَّ أَحَبَّ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ إِلَى اللَّهِ تَعَالَى أَسْأَلُهُمْ. For indeed the most beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who asks Him most from among all the believers. The one who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves most is the one who asks Him most. So even the little need you have, don't underestimate it. Ask Him, talk to Him, beg Him. Maybe He's busy with, how many people does He have in the world? Billions. On top of that, the ones who beg Him more, 1.2 billion Muslims. Can you imagine His ears will be full? No. هُوَ الَّذِي لَا يَشْغُلُ سَمْعًا عَنْ السَّمْعِ. No voice of one person will hinder him from listening to someone else. So ask Him. Yes, so I ask Him even about these little things, getting to work. But I shouldn't become too pedantic. I shouldn't become I'll be mocking this bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so even some little things I will ask for, but not too little. Where do I draw the line? The Prophet tells us where to draw the line. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam says, لِيَسْأَلَ أَحَدُكُمْ رَبَّهُ حَاجَةً. Every one of you who has a need should ask Allah, حَتَّى يَسْأَلَهُ الْمِلَحُ وَحَتَّى يَسْأَلَهُ الشِّسْعَ. Even let the one who has a need ask Allah for the salt in his food. Even this much ask Allah. Even for the one who needs a strap for his sandal, even ask Allah. There is no boundary. Ask Allah for everything. The grain of salt, how small is it? Ask Allah. Ask Allah. Because no one can grant you this grain of salt except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even this much. But sometimes we don't realize this, that even this grain of salt only Allah can provide for me. Sometimes I think I can go to the cupboard, take the bottle of salt and put in my food myself. I think of myself as independent of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I need Him. If I wanted a house, I would beg Him. If I wanted a car, I could beg Him. But in these small things, I'm independent of Him. These small things, I don't need Him. But Allah, in that verse we discussed in Surah Ghafir, verse number 60, says about dua, وَقَالَ رَبُّكُمُ ادْعُونِي أَسْتَجِبْ لَكُمْ. Your Lord says, beg from me, I will give you. What about those who don't beg from Him? They think they're independent of Him. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَسْتَكْبِرُونَ عَنْ عِبَادَتِي سَيَدْخُلُونَ جَهَنَّمَ دَاخِرِينَ. Those who are arrogant as far as my ibadah is concerned, they will enter the heaven in a humiliated fashion. Those who think of themselves as independent